All right, folks, both players are ready. Dog and Andy in semifinal number 2. Looking to see who will face off against Alex T in the finals. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Both of these players multi-time CTM Masters event winners. Dog with, doing this off the top of my head, 8 victories. And his brother Andy with 4. Is that right? Off the top of my head? I'm trying to do this from memory. I forgot to make my little sheet that I usually make before. And of course, it's only the most important broadcast of the month, and I forgot to make my prep sheet. Both players underway here, getting Tetrises. Dog, of course, your 2-time CTWC champion. CTWC is the organization that calls itself the Classic Tetris World Championship. Takes place on the West Coast of America every year since 2010. And Dog won it twice in what are arguably the most difficult years ever, 2020 and 2021. Dog won the most difficult CTWC because it was all played online. And so therefore there are no travel boundaries or anything like that. Anybody in the world could play, even if they couldn't afford to travel. So to me, a really amazing feat. Maybe one of the most underrated feats in all of Classic Tetris. 140 for Dog, 101 for Andy. And in 2020, his finals opponent, Dog setting up the Vits. His finals opponent was his brother Andy, the player on the right side, who did finish second in that event. I think both of them have finished at least in the top 8 or top 4, like every time they've played CTWC, or almost every single time they've played. K9 watching Tetris with the 3, 2, 1 countdown bit says, "Go Dog, go." Thank you very much. Tetris for Andy, 196. Dog, for the longest time, was our second most winning player in Classic Tetris Monthly Masters event history. Second to Corian. Corian has 11 monthly Masters victories, and Dog for the longest time was second until basically this year. Fractal kind of winning 3 times in a row. And if Dog can win, then he will tie Fractal back up again tied for second. Andy looking for win number 5. Dog up high on the stack. And of course, in the most recent journalists and organizers poll, both of these players falling in the top 4, along with Fractal and Alex T. And Dog still. Fortune, a couple of really good bars. You don't want to say lucky pieces, because to get to the point where you're even still alive, you got to be amazing. But those are a couple of very needed pieces in that moment. And it looks like Dog is going to survive this scare. 302, Andy at 359. Dog gets a Tetris down the right side. And Dog is good, so a phenomenal dig. Not a numinal dig for you fans of the German philosopher Immanuel Kant. Phenomenal, not a numinal dig. 331 Dog, 405 Andy. Yeah, Andy in the lead. Dirty Tetris for Dog, 356. Andy disappointed in the placement there of what he was kind of forced to do. And now it's Andy's turn to dig. He's not quite as high or as dire as Dog. But this is going to allow Dog, if he can get a long bar here, to get back into the lead, which he does. Now Dog is ahead by 10 lines in pace. 10 lines in the sequence, I mean. So let's see, 10 lines, right? And it takes 2.5 pieces to clear a line. So if someone do the math for me, is that 25 pieces roughly if they have the same stack size? Well, now they have the same stack size and the same line. So I always try to do that math in my head and try to figure out what that, you know, how many pieces it is, but it doesn't quite work like that. They have to have roughly the same size stack as well for that math to work. 476 Andy, 459 Dog. Sharky can do it. All right. 508 for Andy, 491 for Dog, into 19. Tetris for Andy, 532. That's a good policy. Don't do arithmetic in front of people, says, you know, good cute pup Jesus. It's bad. Tetris Andy on the right side, 584. All right, Tetris for Dog, filling out that left side. And another Tetris, 625. Andy at 639. All right, let's clamp down on some of the talk on YouTube, or I'll just cut the stream. Honestly, I don't need that kind of those comments. I just don't need it. I don't need to stream on YouTube. 710 Dog, 752 for Andy. Tetris for Andy, 784. 747 for Dog. All right, Andy, 856. Dog, about 15,000 points behind. It's about a half a Tetris. All right, Andy with placement on that left side. He's going to have to build around that. That's going to put a little gap in the stack. He'll have to deal with that later, but that could burn away fairly efficiently, and it will. Just really one burn to get rid of that little problem, and that's what these players are so good at, is finding ways not to waste lines. If that was me, oh no, Andy, that left side. That long bar on the right side for the Tetris will bring this stack down. He'll be able to access that left side fairly easily now. That's what these players are so good at doing, is, you know, they make a little misdrop or a kind of placement they don't love, and they find ways to get rid of it in like one line. Meanwhile, that's going to like throw me off for like 3 levels, getting rid of that. A75 for Dog. He is on level 28. Andy is in. He's got the max out into 28. A few lines away from the level 29 transition. And Dog is in. A91 gets a Tetris. B27. Andy takes a skim in a Tetris. He's on 29 at A59. Tetris for Andy. A95. Oh, Dog's going to hang a bar on that left side. What can he get over? The answer is nothing. He's going to top out at B69. The target is B70 for Andy. Gets a Tetris and a long bar over. So Andy, with a ton of time, no urgency, can just single and double this out. It's going to take a moment or two for him to sort of know that. And so just 5,000 points here, and he knows, and he's just going to take it singling and doubling. No great urgency, and there it is. Andy is good in game number 1. GG's. Alexander says, Twitch is yucky. Yeah, but if YouTube is bad with trolls, I can't imagine how toxic Twitch is. No, Twitch is amazing. I mean, listen, I'm not painting everybody with the same brush, right? It's usually the same handful of people. But Twitch is all, you know, the Twitch chat almost entirely amazingly respectful, and that is the vibe that we want to bring to this community. I won't tolerate people being otherwise, at least in my platforms. People can do what they want in other places, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a place where we respect the players, and I have no truck with any of that. And you're not going to find many friends in this community when you're acting like that. You know, you'll just always be on the outside looking in, and you'll always be just this, you know, you'll be a troll. And so there, you'll have that going for you, but you won't make any friends. And one of the great things about this community is the real friendships and community that people actually make as a result. And you're just missing out on that because you want to be, you know, whoever you are. And it's a shame. And it's bad for you. I can block everybody. It doesn't, you know, in the end, whatever. So Andy is in with the rollover. And into 29. Andy gets to 29. Dunking on his brother, Doug. Let's get them counted down in game number 2. My computer is apparently disagrees. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, Tapia says, are these people brothers or am I tripping? Yeah, they're brothers. With respect, Vic, I've been doing this a lot longer than you've been here. Oh, gotta move the blocker. All right, Tetris for Andy, 46,000. 45,000 for Dog. Yeah, I don't know. I think they look pretty similar. Let me go fix one of these cameras here. 115 for Dog. Tetris for Andy, 118. Both players a little bit high. Andy, Dog taking that dirty Tetris. See, they must look the same because I keep messing them up. I keep confusing them. So they must look similar. You know, I would never do that unless that were the case, right? Yeah, they're not. I think one is, you know, one is at college, one is somewhere else. But they're not currently in the same house as far as I know. $201 for Dog, $281 for Andy. All right, I'll try to get some. Can I do stuff in? All right. Sorry about that. OBS bugging out a little bit. 276 for Dog, 372 for Andy. Dog, it's a Tetris over, 299. Another Tetris for Andy, 395. So about a 74,000 point difference. Line's pretty similar. Thorkill with the 10 CHF, whatever that is. I don't know what currency that is, but 10 of them sounds like a lot. So Thank you so much for your super chat. Appreciate it. What is a CHF? Swiss francs? That sounds like a real currency. Thank you. 413 for Dog, 465. See, that I've heard of. All right, Andy just going to take a triple down there. Alex T with the tier 1 resub, 14 months, says key. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Alex T, for the tier 1 resub on Twitch. $517 Andy, $461 Dog. Tetris for Dog, 529, 565 for Andy. We're 12 lines away from the level 19 transition. Alex T, I don't really have a lot of opinions about. I've never been there. I mean, I've never been to Vietnam. I don't know a lot about it. I've seen Anthony Bourdain, go to Vietnam and eat food, and that looks good. That's all I really know. 612 for Andy. And a couple of long bars over for Andy. He's in 19 at 660. Dog is in there at 581, gets a Tetris. So now he's at 605. Same line count, and Andy's up about, I don't know, 1.8 Tetrises, something like that. $1.90, 1.99 British pounds from Jacob says, I don't know what is happening, but it looks good. Well, thank you. Tetris for Dog, 660, 716 for Andy. These players have played a lot of matches against each other, multiple venues, because not only do we have, Classic Tetris Monthly and Classic Tetris World Championship, but there's also the Classic Tetris League, and also Dog's own competitive venue or platform or organization called Classic Tetris Brawl. Now, I don't know the last time they did Classic Tetris Brawl, but anyway, these players have played a lot against each other. And I would say Dog has about a winning record against his brother, kind of by about a 2-1 margin overall. And Dog, the younger brother. So Andy's got to be like, oh, when your younger brother gets the best of you, that's like the worst. 859 for Andy, 772 for Dog. Yes, good Z spin. Jasmine loves the Z spin. Not nearly as much as the Vits, but everybody loves a good Z spin. Varchild with the tier 1 sub, 4-month sub. That's a Tetris worth of subs. Thank you so much, Varchild. Tetris for Dog. I always wonder, because sometimes at events, you'll meet their father especially. I wonder if he has any Tetris talent. I wonder if he's any good at Tetris at all. It's got to be in there somewhere. 873 for Dog. Andy shakes his head. No, he does not. I don't know if that was to what I said, but he shook his head at the right time. Andy has got the max out. He's on level 27. There's a Tetris for Andy. A95, 975 for Dog. Now, I know Fractal's dad is, been kind of rolling, and it looks pretty good. So I don't know. Maybe CTWC will be the coming out party for Fractal's dad as a roller. Who knows? 199 from Jacob. Thank you. We're into 29. Andy immediately hangs a bar to the left side. Needs another one for that right side. Gets it, but that left side is going to need some attention, and I don't think Andy can do anything. And he's going to top out at C19. So Dog is in chase down mode. C20 is the target. C20, and he is just 13,000 points away. And he can just go into singling and doubling mode. And Dog is good. Ties it up. A game apiece. GG's. Let's see if Dog is gonna dunk on Andy here with a mullen. Do people know what a mullen is, or you don't know what a mullen is? I don't know. Because, you know, obviously the people have been here for a million years, but do the new people know what a mullen is? It's not a haircut. I mean, if it were a haircut, you wouldn't want it. Sorry, Ben. E12 for Dog, C19 for Andy. Yeah, people always bring up Rodney Mullen. I have no idea who that is. The Dog with the E76. He's going to get a Tetris. Going for that rollover. He's setting up column 9. He's taking the skims. He's getting a Tetris. He's got the rollover. That's a 1.6 million. And what did Andy get in his Mullen game? Well, Dog's got the 1.7. He's trying to set up for one more. He's getting the tucks and he sets up and he's into 39 at the 1.76. So he's like, take that, Andy. All right, both players are ready. What was once a best of 5 is now, in effect, not in reality, but in effect, a best of 3 between these two great champions, Dog and Andy. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Cube Slayer says only mod if they know who Rodney Mullen is. Yeah, that's right. Every time I ask, like, who is that? Everyone's like, it's a skater. I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like in one ear and out the other. Player 425618 with the 3, 2, 1 countdown bits. And does it twice and says go Dog and then says go Andy. So I think player 425618 just wants good Tetris. Well, we're getting it today. I mean, that first match that was a barn burner. Well, I don't have a barn, but I imagine if you burned a barn, that would be pretty intense. Blobmaker says they seem so stressed yet calm at the same time. Yeah, it's like there's like a calm tension, you know? That's called focus. Like some people have actually done that. I don't know that I've ever focused my entire life. That's that's kind of an alien concept to me, but these players seem to have a good deal of focus. So the winner of this match, this best of 5 match, will face Alex T in the finals. Alex is already there waiting, unloading the pantry, I'm sure, getting everything ready. 188 for Andy, 228 for Dog. Maisie says, I don't know at what point they start feeling the pressure. I don't know how much they do. I mean, obviously it's individual, but they've played so many times in finals and matches for money. Now, the one time that someone did mention that they felt pressure was in Mega Masters, right? The prize pool's so huge. I don't know. It's like a walk in the park. I mean, they've played so many times. 319 Dog, 265 Andy. You can see Dog, no pressure. You know, talking. It's fine. Loose. So Dog, Dog's got quite the pace here through 64 lines, 364,000 points. That is very few burns, let's say. All right, Tetris Randy, 358 for Andy, 433 for Dog. Has anyone ever maxed out without burning a single line, says Francis? Yes. That it just happened very recently, just about a month ago? And that was Noah Dangler, the Dangler _ first time perfect max out. Now, someone claims to have done it before, but it's not really on video. And, you know, it's kind of sus, and I don't know. But this was recorded, and so for me, it's like the first time. 452 Andy, 528 Dog. Now, there's of course, that is from an unknown set of pieces. You know, so that is an unknown set of pieces. For a known set of pieces, Scotto Bozo did it. Right? Didn't Scotto do, wasn't that perfect, right? It was basically perfect, right? No, that wasn't perfect. Oh, and Kirby did it before Scotto even. 502 Andy getting up high here. Kind of scary for Andy. Needs to get something on that right side. Has to cover that well. Oh, that's a beautiful L for the left side. Uncovers the well. Gets a long bar down. Okay, so Andy displeased with that sequence. Going to set him back a lot. Dog at 633 through 128. He was perfect well after halfway to transition points. And has taken a huge transition into 19 at 658. Andy is in at 583. $707 Dog, 584 Andy. Andy's getting set up, gets a Tetris on the right side. All right, Dog with his first real trouble. Not a ton of trouble, but still something to be dealt with. Uncovers the right side. Now just needs a long bar. Gets it. 742 Dog. 663 for Andy. Zenik on YouTube says, I just joined the Tetris community. Welcome in. You are welcome in. All right, Dog with some cleanup. Andy with a good clean stack gets a Tetris, 749. Now they are super close. All right, and Andy's actually going to take a lead. He's ahead by about 4 lines, and he has a lead of a little less than a Tetris. All right, Andy filling in the middle of the stack, gets a long bar over for a Tetris, 838 into level 24. Dog, 823 into 24. So Andy has got a small lead. Long bar over. I'll try to get rid of that gap. That T will do well. He's going to burn 4 or 5 lines to access that well again. Tetris Andy 905 Dog with a skim And another one, and a Tetris 918. Tetris Randy's got the max out into 27. And Dog is also one away from the max out. He's going to get it. A23. They are super close. Separated by less than a Tetris and just a handful of lines. Still call it the max out, even though it has been far surpassed and is not the maximum. But it is the maximum on the default unmodified cartridge. And so the appellation has stuck. B36 for Dog. That's a 1.1 million. All right, Andy taking a skim. He's on 29. He's trying to keep that well open. Gets a long bar over for a Tetris. Dog is in at about B80. They're still separated by about 10,000 points in just a line or two. Dog setting up for a Tetris. Takes the triple to bring the stack down. Finally gets a Tetris. C35. Andy takes a triple. C19. He's got kind of a T-spin setup here with a bunch of blocks on top. So going to end up just filling that in and taking the burns. Dog kind of working around this middle. That left side for Dog could be a problem. Andy gets a Tetris. C67. That is going to give him a very important lead at this juncture with the way Dog is right now. Dog gets a line into the little gap there, that 3 deep gap, trying to clear out that left stash, just getting material to that left side to burn against. C69 for Dog, D21 for Andy. Andy gets a Tetris. Dog's board is a mess. He knows he cannot do anything. He is going to top out C73, and Andy is good in game number 3. GG's. All right, there you go. We're mullining. We're just all kinds of mullins happening here. It's all right. Yeah, I mean, just deep games here. And that is what we want. There's really not a lot of, topping out on 18 and 19 anymore. Once in a while, it happens. Why do they continue after winning? Well, it's called a mullen. They like, kind of just get it because it's fun to roll over the score. And Andy, let's see if he does it. What? Okay, and there's a Tetris into 39. He rolls over the score. Let's see if he can get to level 40. And the answer is almost. He was 5 lines away. So GG's. Andy's got the rollover in the win. But yeah, I mean, they should ideally be topping out. All right, both players are ready. It is game 4. Andy is up 2-1 over his brother Dog. Let's go. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Matthew says, I'm in a chat with a Game Scout. Yeah, famous people. Cole Bucket says, I am not in a chat with Game Scout. Oh, rip. Oh, you are. Sorry. He's over on Twitch as well. I think I missed this one. Bent Squirrely gifted a tier 1 sub to Miles a Great. So much. Thank you so much, Bent Squirrely. And, if I missed it, it's not intentional. I try to read out all those. But, I got a lot of balls in the air here, guys, I got Tetris to talk over. I got a stream to run. Got to fix all the world's problems as well. A lot going on. Oh, Summer B says, what's the next world problem you'll fix? Oh my goodness. It's too many to name. I think the, ice cream that just melts too soon. That's a big problem. Dripping down the cone into your hand. I tried to, when I was a kid, I remember drawing up like a whole, oh no, Andy needs a bar quickly. That was just a crazy, unfortunate hang for Andy. And now he's scrambling. Okay, get some material on the left side to burn against. That's what you got to do. You got to kind of build up that left and right, side, or at least the left side. And just kind of, oh yeah, see that left is very dangerous for Andy right now. This is really bad for Andy. Gets a piece over. I don't know, can he bring this down? You just got to work the extreme left and right sides. Dog is watching right now. He's bringing it down, but still not out of the woods. Oh, and he gets that Z to the left and another one. Oh, my word. And Dog is watching. You can see Dog watching right now while he's playing. Andy's still digging this out like 17, 18 lines high. He's still digging. He's bringing it down. He's back down to safety. He's got about 5, 6, 7 lines before he can uncut. But that right side again is a mess. But that's what he's doing. You got to bowl it out. And he's back in a fix again. And he is going to top out. He cannot survive. And Andy is done in game number 4. I thought he had it. He so had it. But he didn't. Both players are ready. I am ready. You're all ready. The winner goes to the finals to face Alex T. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So sorry, Mr. Yeti, thanks for the tier 1 resub. Appreciate that. Colin with the 3, 2, 1 countdown bits. Thank you so much. Said giving Dog some momentum. It must have worked. Thank you very much. If I missed anything else, I'm sorry. I really apologize. We had a dog situation where dog sitting and the dog seemed to require some attention. Can you imagine a living animal requiring attention and care? What the heck? Oh, that's true. Maybe like this dog has control of actual dogs and then is trying to distract the opponent. Nickel with the €1 super chat or sticker. Which Flex Style album is the one CTM uses? We use almost all of them. So Andy's got some pushdown points here. He's at 137 through 25. Dog at 115. Gets a Tetris 138. All right, Z spin for Andy. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. I had to vary it up a little so you don't think it's a soundbite. 303 for Andy and 301 for Doug. 199 pounds. Jacob Super Chat says, guess Dog is a dog person. I don't know. It would be more appropriate to ring the notification bell. I guess that's true. But I don't say it as much anymore. I used to say bang Tetris. I don't seem to say that as much anymore because I don't know. Shane MVM with the Prime resub 5 months says, love you, Vandy. Thank you, Shane. So these two brothers battling one game for a spot in the finals. Tetris Alex T is already there. Dog looking for a chance to add another Masters title to his resume. Has 8, looking for 9. That would place him back in second, or tied for second all-time victories. Andy has got 4, 5. Not a lot of people with 5. Ren says, in what kind of van would a van dweller dwell if a van dweller could dwell in a van? I like it. Actually, I had 2. I had a 1989 GMC Safari, but that wasn't big enough, so I wanted a bigger one. So I got a Chevy G30 extended cargo hold or whatever. It was good. 554 Dog, 515 for Andy, 2222 from Dano222. Thank you so much, Dano. Yeah, I don't say bang Tetris as much anymore. Once in a while. There's a time because you got to ask yourself, why am I saying it? Is it just to have a catchphrase? Is it's a little bit inauthentic, right? There's no need to have like a thing you say. Just say it's a Tetris, right? Once in a while, I'll bring one out just for the old times. Look at these adjustments from Andy. I mean, originally I just started saying it to troll like classic Tetris and Chris Tang, you know, like CTWC. He goes like boom Tetris. So I just picked another word like boom and said it. I think Andy thought he was going to tuck that line in there. That didn't fit in there. Andy's going to transition in at 6:35. Dog transitions in at 7:15. Yeah, Jasmine says not a Vitz. Yeah, Vitz is blocked. Tetris for Andy, 685. Huge transitions in this game number 5. Oh, misdrop there for Andy. That's going to slow him down a little bit. There is a Tetris, though. So that's one line burning, which he might have burned a line anyway. So it's kind of not even a big deal. Tetris for Dog, 797. All right, Dog, 877. Huge score on 22 for Dog. 796 for Andy. I mean, these are, if you want to play at home, like what is probably a really good set of pieces, go play this one. 826 Andy, 906 Dog. Oh, I muted the music instead of myself. I muted myself. Sorry about that. That was stupid. 975 for Doug, 893 for Andy. I muted the music instead of the mic. Classic Vandy. The dog won away from the max, gets the long bar in, and the max on 24. The 24 max in competition, huge. Andy not that far behind him. Michael Kuksa says, I agree on the commentary stuff. Could be better. Yeah, I agree. It could. It could. But it's not going to be. I'm not going anywhere. 994, Andy. A72. I mean, I'm not a commentator. Like, I own the thing, and it's like my stream. It's weird. You know, it's like, don't watch. B48 Dog, A99 Andy. Huge paces here. Andy is in at B75 into 29. It is a decider. The dog in the room is going crazy. The dog on the screen going crazy as well. C59 into 29. Andy's board all kinds of messed up. Taking a skim there. He's going to open up that well. It's good for a double, but he's getting up pretty high. That left side is probably going to be blocked off, and he's going to block off with a long bar, and he's not going to be able to access the left side, and dog is good and will be heading to the finals. GG's again, another huge match. GG's to both of these players. And dog gonna finish this one out, and then we are gonna go and get Alex T and bring him in here. And Andy, GG's to you. I mean, you know, top 4 player in the world playing another top 4 player in the world. A lot can happen. So dog has got a shot to take on really the kind of the man of the hour, Alex T. Say, hey, I still got it.
Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.